You can believe me. You can believe me not. You can accept what I say. You cannot accept what I say. But as one who has heard the argument that one does this, and that's at the root of all seeking, and it's at the root of all going to here and going to there and doing this and doing that. And the practice is simple God communion that therefore keeps one in place. Feel the self-contraction, you turn away from it, you don't go elsewhere other than to God. And that leads to seeing. I am thankful, I'm grateful for Adidas Samraj to have given me that re-education, which means I enjoy all of conditional life. No matter what comes my way, there is an enjoyment because it's innate. It's the fruit of divine communion. It's the fruit of samadhi, this enjoyment of conditional existence, this intimacy with conditional existence. No matter what's arising, the wetness of the stem, the little bit there, you see it so clearly, the moving of your fingers along the stalk, the love that you have for the little blue and green and grey lavender flowers. And there they are all falling off onto my hand. And the enjoyment of the smell. This moment, what you see is enjoyed. Even the hairs on my legs. It's all an enjoyment of the present. There's no avoidance of this moment. The hairs on my arms, the blemishes, the greys, the fingers, the nails. There's an intimacy with every single modification of God. The feel of the smoothness of the book. It's a delight. It's innate. It's the quality. It's what is already the case. I am graced. I am blessed to be able to enjoy all of conditional existence in the moment without going elsewhere. The self-contraction is felt, you turn away from it. And then you have extended periods of not doing the self-contraction. One is graced to be in love for extended periods. The feeling of the self-contraction is apparent in this body-mind when an other walks into the room, so-called. Unless I don't do the self-contraction. But when that other comes into the room and you feel the self-contraction, you don't go elsewhere. You remain silent. You're not disturbed by it. You're not moved to do else your nonsense or the egoic nonsense of self-protection and anxiety moments and whatever we do from this place, because you turn away. You've got your lover with you. You've got your friend with you. your great friend, your lover. You've got that lover with you, and you turn to that lover immediately. You don't do all those egoic nonsense strategies. Be thus, dwell in that, as that, unperturbed, free, self-radiant, as love bliss, without limit, beyond all need to notice the body-mind complex and its objects. Practice this constantly. This is true and free devotion of me. And in that devotional place, as I said, all of conditional existence is and can be enjoyed. If it's not being enjoyed in that moment or in this moment, it's because you're not being blessed. Because it is a graceful happening. There's nothing you can do about it other than turn your attention away from it, away from that non-enjoyment, away from that difficulty, away from that anxiety, that knot. Turn to this place, which is always accessible. A true devotee need not fear that he or she will not find God, real God, in this moment. I don't get uptight. Never get uptight. Never. The self-contraction is so subtle. Is this, can you see contraction? Is this gesture a gesture away from the self-contraction? Is the self-contraction at the root of me talking right now? No, it's just love, bliss, joy, delight. Believe me, Adida would smile when he said that word. So Adida is my friend. So why not turn to your friend who's already happy? In all these gestures of the body-mind. It's you can interpret it as you wish. Your mind can get involved as you wish. It's your mind, not mine. You care. Why should I care what you're doing? However, I'm freely available to make these little videos. Do you feel the self-contraction as that which motivates you to live as ego? You understand what I'm saying? Do you feel the self-contraction that propels you to go to the teapot, to go to the chocolate, to go to the cake, to go to more books, to do more studying? Or are you in place, feeling the self-contraction, and you turn to God? This has been the teaching right from the outset. In his very first talk, as Darfree John or Baba Free John, he gave this gesture. Pleasurable oneness with all that's arising. This moment of pleasurable oneness ends all seeking. This is a living testimony. This is a living example, living proof that happiness is this intimacy with conditional life. No separation from the open hand. I say, thank God for the internet. Thank God for this device. So seeing gives you that the seeing is, again, natural and inherent to the body-mind, is not being clouded. There's nothing you don't see in intimacy. Come and sit beside me. Come and be my lover. Not from this point of view. If you were this book, you would be embraced. If there's fear of me, it's your doing. I'm fearful of you is my doing. We say mine. What do you want me to do now? Sing a song? La 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 da 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 la 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 do 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 la 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 la. Spontaneous enjoyment, spontaneous play, spontaneous. This is horrible. The results of this can be awful, ugly, detrimental to relationships, to relationship. There's no seeking, there's no trying to work anything out from this disposition. Yes, I can work out what's gone wrong with my... Yesterday, the plunger in the sink wouldn't come back up. It went down and couldn't come back up. So yes, you consider what's wrong with the moment in the moment. But that is a different consideration from here than from here. This is an uptight consideration, if you like, where you see it as a problem. From here, there's no problems. Believe me. The repenting of egoity. People say you need to be an ego. Ego is necessary. It is necessary if you wish to be a cog in a machine. If you want to be part of click-clack. You want all... It is horrible. There's no need to be egoic when ego gets in the way. It prevents you from prevents the body-mind from being spontaneous. It prevents the body-mind from being free to go to here and to go to there and go everywhere. It interferes with relationships, with intimacy. It's at the root of all anxiety, all fear. It's at the root of all discontent. It's at the root of all childish and adolescent running away or blaming. It's horrible. It's not necessary. These people like W. Thomas, not understanding after all these years. Do you understand, truly understand, that the self-contraction is not necessary? That activity is ego. The joy of Godwardness. Then there's that stillness. Another one of those qualities of the divine. I need not prove anything to anyone. But I will share, I will serve. It's a natural, inherent occupation of a true devotee, of one who has heard. It's natural for this body and mind to share and to teach. It's always been a teacher. The peace, the silence, the coolness. I love the prologue from Ishtar. Samadini. We are home now, Lord. The God state is not anything in particular. The God state is prior to everything, prior to body minds. That's what Adidas says, go beyond the body mind, is body mind. That which is always already the case was never born and will never die. Adidas was the mouthpiece, here to re-educate us. When he talks about his blessings, his gifts, he's talking about this disposition's gifts, this disposition's blessings. It's the quality of this disposition. Just like water is the quality, the essence. Wetness is the quality of the essence of water. Water has an effect on you. Water has an effect on the inner being. The wetness, the coolness of water. It's not the body-mind that's blessing us. It's not the grace of the body-mind. That's conditional. That dies. It's this that never dies. This disposition never dies. Be free in this disposition. To be your true state. To be The body-mind's true state is one of simple happiness, joy, delight. And then you can enjoy the creases, enjoy what you see, enjoy yourself, enjoy the feeling. You're intimate. There's no separation. The bristles. Forgotten to put my tooth in. The creases. There's no history. It's now. There's no history. We did this just now. I say we did it just now. We can re-examine, re-look. As fresh as it was just now is now. If I shake this, they go everywhere. And someone might come in and go, don't do that, make a mess. I'm making the mess. Humour is one of those innate qualities. It's the essence. But this isn't realizing God. It's not God realization. Happiness is already happiness. Happiness doesn't realize happiness. Water doesn't realize wetness. It already is wet. But there's a knowledge, there's an inherent knowledge that this is it. If there's something greater than this, so be it. If that's the right word to use. Already happiness. How can there be anything other than already happiness? That's far superior. And there's no superiority. I'm not superior to the person that walks into the room. Or is he superior to me? Only this feels superior. I'm important. I want to know. I want to know. Knowledge isn't it? Not that kind of knowledge. It's innate, it's inherent. These words are just coming through from me. I couldn't talk in French or Latin because they're not part of my... No way. I was considering the word dog and God yesterday. You got G-O-D and you got D-O-G. Is that the same in all languages? I doubt it. The deity, that means God, but you can't. You understand what I mean? Can the word God in another language be reversed, and you've got the word dog in the same language? Look at the time, 29:42. It's gone so quickly, you know, it's just, there's no time involved. There's a freshness now as there was 24 minutes ago. I'm not coming from an adolescent disposition. The disposition of this state is already maturity, already free of adolescent nonsense and childish nonsense. Look at the hairs on my legs and the knees. Look at it, it's also, look at the lamp there, see the lamp. Should we switch it on? Enjoy the click. It's all pleasurable. It's all an enjoyment. Listen to that. Cut the hairs off. Will those bits grow? Will those little bits grow more? Put the glasses on. Be more intelligent. There we are. The sound, see, the little drop of water here. That awareness is heightened in this disposition. It's an heightened awareness. And it's so sensitive and vulnerable. I love this. This is a wonderful design. Just a simple. See, the top stays on due to this little bit here. Now, how did that happen? Who invented that? Who said? Who went home and came back with it the next day and shared that little bit of the wrinkling of the sweet corner, sugar-free cappuccino drops. I've never read all of this. Vegetarian, per sweet, energy, 36 Ks, 9K cal. Of the reference intake of an average adult, 84,000 K, 2,000 K cal. Typical energy values per 100 grams. 1132 K or 272 K cals. Don't really understand all of that. Gosh, sweeteners, isomalt, sucralose, cream, palm fat, salt, flavoring, color, plain caramel, emulsifiers, soya, lecithins, natural coffee flavoring, from Lidl's. So I've enjoyed reading all these words. Lidl Great Britain Limited. They're in Ireland. 44 grams in these boxes. But this little clicking of the lid, it stays in place. This is inherently human. How more human can this be? Isn't it a joy due to Adidar Samraj that I was re-educated and was given this intelligence, which is God communion rather than going elsewhere. Already happiness, joy, delight, intimacy. Da. Thank you, my friend. He's my lover. We say he. It's this condition that's one's lover. That lovely picture, see? But is that lady screaming from this disposition, or is she really in love, bliss, ecstasy? There he is, this being ordinary. He's my friend, my most intimate friend. He's my lover. Not him as a person, this state. But he's the vessel, just like the glass. It's not the glass that quenches my thirst, but the glass is necessary. It's not the glass flood, if you like, I'm worshipping, but the water. And it's not the water, it's the wetness. It's its state. Adidam would do well to employ me. To convey this love relationship. This or that. And when you're this or that, you get all those wonderful qualities which are inherent. One's true self. Da.